A very warm welcome to the Women's Hockey World League. This is the women's pool taking place today. A big, big day with games all over the place and decisions being made on who will qualify and who will progress through to the next phase of the competition. A little bit earlier on, Sri Lanka beat Brunei by 6-0. Kazakhstan drew with Hong Kong, but it was Hong Kong that surprisingly won in the shootout by 3-2. A little bit of an upset there. Unexpected that Hong Kong got the result. However, it's all about Singapore, and the disappointment of last night has to go to the back of the minds. Nothing short of a comprehensive win here against a very, very young Cambodian side will do. Singapore know they have to go out, they have to get goals, they have to claim all 3 points. Joining me in the commentary position is Nordin again, the legend that played in 5 SEA Games for the national team, the former head coach and now instructor for the FIH. Nordin, it's a big game for Singapore because they have to get the result, but they have to get some goals on the board as well.
Yes, big game. I think this more important game than yesterday. They have to get at least double digit.
With Hong Kong drawing, that puts them on to 8 points, sitting 1 point behind Kazakhstan. When we say the draw, they won in the shootout, so they do get 2 points for that. They get an extra point. So Singapore win here, they will go above them, but it has to be comprehensive. They have a +4 goal difference, Kazakhstan +24. That is why they have to go and chase some goals against a young, very inexperienced Cambodia side. Straight away, a little slip there from Rihang, which has allowed Singapore to drive forwards, and that's the first ball going in favour of Tam Wan Ting. Scoops it across very quickly. Saisha goes into the box, kicked away though by Srei Kyo. Singapore trying to retain possession, hooked away from Soth, the 15-year-old. Yes, that's right, you heard, the 15-year-old. They have 3 14-year-olds in the squad. The youngest is number 15, Duong, who was born on the 15th of September 2001. Very much trying to start out in their hockey career, this Cambodia side. The hit goes now in favour of Singapore. They'll be looking to get an early goal just to settle those nerves. Driven into the D and well defended, but a bit of a wild swing there, but she got away with that, did Sam. So a chance for Cambodia to clear their lines. They don't, however. Nadia picks up the loose ball, fires it into the D. Sasha was bearing down, however, picked off by Riheng. That's better. That's the skipper, Laura Tan, firing it out wide. Nicole Kwek driving into the D, trying to create a few problems. On the turn is Ivy Chan. A big wild swing from her means that the opportunity is wasted. But it's a nice 90 seconds from Singapore pushing forwards, isn't it, Nordin? They've got to go after this game.
Yes, they should play an attacking game, but they need to play a smart game. They cannot rush the game where they have to fight the crowd. They need to really open up and open the game out so that they can penetrate.
Just so you know, there's a belting game going on pitch 2 at the moment. Thailand taking on Hong Kong to see who will qualify with China. Hong Kong went 2 goals up. The Thais have pulled one back. There's 10 minutes left in the first half there. We'll bring you the score update. That's the men's division, of course. Here, it is the women, and it is Singapore that are firmly in control of this one. Helped down the line easily by Jerry Leong. However, wasted once more, and the little turnover was cheap again. So Cambodia will have another opportunity to try and clear their lines.
Cambodia is backing the D. I think the Singapore team should go out down the channel and go to the bar line and attack.
Let's see if they heed those words. As mentioned, we were a little bit disappointed with the performance yesterday. They backed off and played half press, which kind of affected them to an extent. That 2-0 defeat against Thailand. They were more than happy to just accept that. So I think the fans that have come out today are expecting a little bit more. They're getting it here, though, in the opening 4 minutes. A nice ball down the line, played into the path of Tam Wan Ting. Play allowed to continue. Tam Wan Ting fighting away, trying to hook it back in. The joining of the sticks means it's going to be a short corner, and it's Singapore now that have the advantage.
I think getting the penalty corner would be a very good strategy for them today, because I don't think the Cambodian experienced enough to defend the short corner.
That's the thing, and you have a look at the height advantage as well as the physical build. It is Singapore that are bigger, and that's epitomised. They only had 4 in and around the D yesterday. They've got 7 today. It's teed up nicely. Jerry Yong makes no mistake, and that is exactly what Singapore are going to have to do today. Just 4 minutes in, and already they're sprinting back with the ball. They know they need goals, but a real cool, calm finish from Jerry Yong.
Yeah, that was a very good goal. They should just stay this way, get the penalty corners. I think they will get the goals from there.
Perfect start then for Singapore. If they're to score a goal every 5 minutes, they'll win 14-0. That is the scoreline that this Cambodian side have been beat in 2 of the 3 previous games. Thailand and Kazakhstan were the ones that defeated them. So this should give us an indication on Singapore's prowess to go forwards as well with the scoreline here. Sasha, a little bit of time and space, finds Laura Tan. Scoops it down to the byline, the little layoff, and back into Nicole Quek. She fires it into the D. Danger not cleared yet, though. Sasha working hard, right on the edge, trying to make something happen. Eunice Teng skipping and jinking past, but the foot came up from the oldest player on the field of play, Chuyong, the 35-year-old, the senior veteran of this Cambodia side, and with the touch of the foot comes the second penalty corner. Singapore with a chance to double their advantage. Again, lots of bodies up in and around the D. Jerry Yong again fires it in. It did take a little nick, so that's going to be a long corner. Good defending there from Cambodia.
Yes, good defending, good fast first runner.
A testament to some of these youngsters. Already, Chung, the number 3, who's only 14 years old as well. She's already amassed 19 caps for the national team. So you can tell that they are very new to this format and getting themselves into the hockey syndrome and into the hockey system. Good to see the developing countries of Southeast Asia trying to compete. It can only bode well for the SEA Games as well. There's a mistake defensively from the 15-year-old Soth, and it's penalty corner number 3. Will we see a variation this time?
Yeah, I think they should try another variation, because the Cambodian team are running with only 1 up. That means 1 runner up only.
There's the stop. Sasha this time scoops it forwards, and the little nick from Tam Wan Ting goes just wide. So it was a chance, but Laura Tan just couldn't guide it towards the goal. Another missed opportunity then for Singapore.
Yes, they have been wasting the short corners, 3 short corners.
You get the feeling though, don't you, Nordin, that it could be just like buses. You get one, then you wait for a little while, but then 2 or 3 will come together, and Singapore is showing that trait that they are attacking. It's just a question of time.
Yes, but sometimes if the goal doesn't come early and consistently, sometimes you will be under pressure in second half, because you just score maybe few goals where you target yourself maybe a double digit. Then the pressure will be on them.
Well, I have to start making them count. There's the challenge. Eunice Teng. Nice little turn from Chua Sin-ni. But again, unable to pick out the white shirts when they're delivering into the D.
They are forcing the game. They are forcing straight into the D, which is a bit more difficult because they have 11 defenders in the D.
Everybody back for Cambodia, trying to clear the lines. It catches the foot of Cheong. The 14-year-old concedes short corner number 5.
They should just keep it simple. Just take a direct shot, or unless they have a few goals and more confident, and they can do some other variation. Because the first shot went in, so they should keep it that way.
It looks as though that may be the case here. Let's see about the delivery to the edge of the D. It is the same. Jerry Leong just keeps it simple and passes it, and struck goal bound, and that's a fantastic strike as well from Tiffany Ong. She gets her 3rd of the tournament, but more importantly, it gives Singapore a 2-goal cushion. So that may alleviate a few more nerves for the Singapore side. And the ball scooped forwards, but easily dealt with in the end from Cheong. Well worked though in the corner from Noor Shikin. Ball drilled forwards. Singapore unable to pick it up. And it is getting very, very congested there inside that D.
Yes, very. I think the Singapore team needs to have a plan, and probably like switching the play, or really use the whole area of the pitch to bring them out.
So go backwards to draw them out,
Yes,
and then
if you
go
have
back
to.
in.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
have to.
Let's see if they can do that. Bodies all over the place inside the outer and the inner D. Aliza helped on from Toli Min. Nobody there. So a simple clearance picked up by Nicole Queck. That's a little bit better from Singapore. However, it does just catch the foot. So the hit will go in favour of Cambodia. Chua Sin-ni. Eunice Teng. Nice little give and go. Nice angles from Singapore. But again, just couldn't make it happen. Nor Seeking on that occasion. Good challenge from Toli Min. Fires it forwards. Easily dealt with by the veteran Cheong. Just fires that one out of play though. Of course, the Singapore men will take to the field a little bit later on as well. All barring a disaster, we mentioned this yesterday, they have qualified already for the semi-finals that will take place on Saturday. Laura Tan helps that one forwards. Here she is again. Nicole Queck. Well, the collision just a little bit too much for the officials, who straight away indicate that it's a hit to Cambodia. Singapore coming again. They couldn't clear the ball there, Cambodia. So again, Singapore wasteful. I don't really suppose it matters if they go through the whole competition and only lose the one game. They will qualify with that. However, they will want to try and get themselves in a better position goal-wise. Laura Tan helps it forwards, easily picked up by Nora Seekin. Back to Laura Tan. Again, trying to thread it through the eye of a needle. Everybody camped in the final quarter of Cambodia. A chance here for Nadia. Short corner number 6.
Actually, they are playing well. Singapore are playing well. They are getting the penalty corners, but they need to convert every penalty corners because it's quite easy for this team.
2 from 5, so a 40% ratio of conversion. We saw China the other day. They were up to 75% after 5 of theirs against Hong Kong. They really were completely awesome. The question is, can Singapore convert this one as well? Not the best pace back, but that's nicely set up. Jerry Leong with a wild swing. And again, harmlessly behind.
Sometimes this is the problem. If you have too many variation, you want to try everything. Should just keep it simple.
Something that's taught to the youngsters all the time. KISS, keep it simple, stupid, just so that it sticks in your memory and sticks in your mind. These professionals are no different. They train exactly the same way, where simplicity is sometimes genius. Lovely ball down the line. Choi Sin Ni with it back. The little scoop forwards from Nadia. Cambodia still managed to come away with the ball though. A run. Tried to help it forwards. Well defended by Joe Leong. Sofia plays it to Haliza. Nice ball down the line. A nice little turn as well from Tiffany Ong. Tees it up nicely, scoot forwards and a good save in the end. However, another penalty corner goes in favour of Singapore. Number 7. It is great to see though that more countries wanting to be involved in this World League and given the opportunity to develop the game of hockey globally, as it were. No ranking for Cambodia at the moment. However, they will get one after this tournament. Again, a little variation. Joe Leong smashes it forwards. That's going to be number 8.
To give them credit, they are playing not too bad for the Cambodian.
Only 2 players aren't teenagers in this Cambodia side. Everybody else down as young as 14 really does tell you that they are starting with the complete basics. Tiffany Ong this time fires it forwards. It's a good save. Not once but twice, and in the end, Sretuch Kyo jumps on the ball just to kill it and give Singapore another opportunity.
In this situation, if they realize that the Cambodian goalkeeper is inexperienced, they should put 3 or 4 attackers on her for the rebounds, because she is not actually kicking the ball away, she is just stopping the ball. So that is the best time for them to get the rebounds.
Not the best hit there from Joe Leong. chasing back. However, the foul conceded by Toli Min. Cheong with the ball forwards, easily picked off though by Laura Tan. Sophia keeps it simple. Gemma Leong. That's a lovely turn from Laura Tan in the centre. Scoot forwards and a lovely deft little touch around the corner, but just too far from Tam Wan Ting. You could see exactly what she was trying to do, and that was better from Singapore. A little bit more dynamic going into the D and creating problems.
Yes, exactly. That was a better move and good running off the ball by Tan Wan Ting.
A mistake there from Cheong. Played into the middle. Nadia just couldn't get there. They can't clear their lines though. Tan couldn't get it out of her feet. Sophia into Sasha. Another one. So we're into double digits, but that's in the penalty corner stake now.
Very good spin from Sasha.
They're just about to start the second half in the men's Pool A game. Thailand trailing by 2-1 at the half-time interval there. That will have a bearing on who goes through. So a massive game over on pitch 2 for the men. Here, this is a big game for Singapore. They need goals. Nice start, scoot forwards, and again it's going to be another penalty corner. Cheong got her foot there. Penalty corner number 11. I think you're right, Nordin. Back to basics, get it to the edge, hammer it forwards. However, they tried to be clever, and it works this time. And it's a cool finish from Eunice Teng. And it's probably come just at the right time for Singapore, because they were getting frustrated, having not scored for what, neon 10, 15 minutes. An important goal for Singapore then, 11 minutes before half-time, 3-0. So 5, 8, 11 minutes are the gaps between the goals that Singapore have scored. That was good stick work though from Tiab, the 19-year-old. Noratand as well, just to skip out of the way of that one. Singapore can come forwards again. That's well one back from Sasha, who's really impressed as this tournament's gone on. Lovely ball back inside. Ivy Chan thought about the shot. It's still Ivy Chan. Tees it up nicely, and that should have been number 4, Tiffany Ong, pushing it wide. How many more opportunities does Singapore want to keep adding to the scoreline?
They should have scored that goal. Should have passed slightly earlier, not too close to the goalkeeper, and the angle will become smaller, acute.
Well, one back from Laura Tan. Taken quickly. Sasha just moves it on. That's good stick work as well. Singapore now driving into the D. Surely it's number 4 here. No questions about that. That is a fine, fine finish. And like we said, it's like buses. They don't come in ones. You don't get one for a while, and all of a sudden we get 2 in the space of 2 minutes.
Good. They need to keep this momentum and the mood of attacking.
More importantly, it came in open play, which is a big thing as well. So not just scoring from the short or penalty corners, but scoring in open play as well.
Yes, you're right. And it seems that the players are a bit tired and not running too much now. I think this is the best time for them to really step up the pace.
Well, it's exactly what they're doing, because there's a chance here. Sasha's got herself into the box. Shoots from the edge of the D. Good save in the end. Srey had to pull off a big save there. Singapore all over Cambodia at the moment, and the little foot was used, so it is going to be penalty corner number 12. We're down to a 20% conversion rate from the penalty corners. Let's see if the pace is there to get it to the edge of the D. That's the key element of the set play in the penalty corner. That's a little bit better. Sasha tees it up. Well, it looked almost like nobody wanted to shoot. I thought the first one went in, to be quite honest. Shin Ni, I thought that was in, because so did the referee and the umpire over on the far side. However, she waited.
Yeah, I think the ball hit the upright.
It looked like it hit the backboard. I did tell you I was going to get my eyes tested before the weekend, okay? As it is, it doesn't matter. It's Singapore that find themselves 5-0 up. That's the most important thing for them.
I think the game has improved ever since Singapore start to pick up the pace, play with high intensity, and they are getting more space now.
Don't think I need to get my eyes checked after that, because they have given the goal to Chai Sin Ni.
The second one.
The first one, that one there, the shot in, it's been awarded. Just announced over the loudspeaker system for all the fans that are here. It is the goal scorer again. Checks back inside, little reverse pass into the path of Norasikin. It's Laura Tan. Gets it out of her feet, plays it forwards quickly. Sasha on the turn. Sasha drills from range. Another good save from Srey Kao. Well, there could have been at least 4 or 5 more goals for Singapore had it not been for the big keeper in goal. That's nice play. Laura Tan again, trying to take on the mantle of playmaker. Nora Shikin down the line. Little turn from Tam Wan Ting. Pulls it back, but everybody had gone in. There was nobody arriving a little bit later. Ray Chaim went forward, lost possession. Eunice Teng, and the little deflection over and wide.
That was a better game, better play from Singapore, and they should not delay the game, and they will find more space.
Nortan scooped forwards. That's going to be another short corner, and it is. Ball just bouncing up and hitting Cheong. Short or penalty corner number 13, whatever your preference is in calling it. All we know is that Singapore have had lots of opportunities in this first half. Really give them a good boost of confidence if they could nick another one here. Oratan takes it on. Number 14. Well, from all the games I've commentated on since we've been here, this is the most in one half that we've had from a team, so it shows complete and total dominance from Singapore. Good stop, Sasha. Scoop forwards, another good save as well. And another penalty corner.
Yeah, that's the way, because Singapore players press on the goalkeeper, so they will get penalty corner again.
You called it. That's exactly what they've done. 6 players in and around the box now. Sasha again, scoop back out. It worked last time. Will it work this time? Fired in not once but twice from Eunice Teng. Singapore wanting the penalty corner there, not given.
Yeah, Eunice claim back stick from the defender.
A little bit of an error there, taking it from the wrong place. So the umpire very quick in flagging that one up. And quite rightly so. Good touch from Cheryl Chia, who drives it goal bound from Sasha, just wide. Nicely helped down the line from Nicole Quek. Ivy Chan, who's worked hard as ever. Eunice Teng dives into the D, scoop forwards, but another good save. However, the crossbar rattled. Almost a comedy of errors defensively for Cambodia. Scoop forwards again from Tiffany Ong. Hacked away, penalty corner. Oh, sorry, no, it's not. It's a long corner, I meant to say. Well, a real chance there for Singapore. Eliza, well read on that occasion from Diab. Well, if you can hear that screaming and cheering, there's an absolute blockbuster going on pitch 2. Hong Kong now leading Thailand by 3 goals to 2. A huge, huge game to see who will qualify with China from Pool A in the men. 25 minutes left in that. We'll bring you a score update shortly. However, this one looks as though Singapore are going to get the job done. We knew that, but it was a question of how well they're going to get the job done. It's been a dominant performance, though, hasn't it, from Singapore?
Yeah, it is. They are playing well, just that I think sometimes this kind of game, they need some experience and composure in front of the goal, because they need to at least hit the target.
Chance here to keep the ball moving. The reverse shot comes in, just kicked away, so long corner. Into the final 45 seconds. 2 balls on the pitch, so that completely not acceptable. And they got time for one more before the interval. Fired in, lovely touch there from Ivy, who just pulls it back. Chia helps it in. That's a lovely touch as well from Tiffany Ong, who helps it on. Back to Tiffany Ong. Nicely played inside the reverse shot, going goal bound. It was Tiab that was in the way. That's going to take us to the half-time break, but it is going to be a penalty corner before half-time is called. The clock stopped with 2 seconds on it. No real need on that occasion, because the horn will go now. And it tells us that so far we've had 16 short corners in favour of Singapore. Everybody now forwards to try and get one more before the interval. There's the stop. Well, it's the veteran, is it, that's been told to go away? No. Everything all stops just for a moment. Taken again. To Lee Min fires it goal bound. The loose one picked up. Jerry Leong skips past a couple of challenges. It hits the foot again. Singapore will be given the opportunity to take this as well. Well, the variation not working on that occasion. So still a lot of work for Singapore to do in the second half to get themselves some more goals.
Yes, I think they need to attack down the channel, pick up the pace, use the whole space on the pitch, and get more penalty corners and convert. They should not slow down the game.
They've got to keep the pace. They've got to keep the tempo. It's 5-0 at half-time with 17 short corners and only 3 converted from the pressure that they've had. So Singapore will go in search of more goals in the second half, and that's coming up in about 10 minutes' time. Join us then. Very warm welcome back to the Sengkang Hockey Complex. What a game we have had here. It's been Singapore all one-way traffic. 5-0 they lead against Cambodia, who look to be struggling. But Singapore need to go in search of goals. They need more, and with the 17 penalty corners they had in that first half, they only managed to convert 3, so they have been wasteful as well. Chance here straight away though. Eunice Teng tries to keep the ball moving. Hit goes in favour of Singapore. Get the thoughts of Nordin in a few moments' time as Singapore look to go again. Norisikin pulls it back across the face of goal, and that was another opportunity and chance. Singapore have to get goals, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And I think second half Singapore is slightly playing better because they are switching the ball around and, you know, they're keeping up the pace. And they got a shot corner now.
Just another one right at the start of this second half.
Oh,
no.
They changed their...
Well, the umpires are in contact with each other, so they do know what's going on, which is an important thing. The umpires today, Ayu Zainuddin on the far side, Denisha Pereira on this near side. Singapore win it back high up the field of play. Lovely little turn there from Tiffany Ong. And a chance here. The ball struck goal bound from Norisikin. Good save again.
That is exactly I meant how they should play. They should move the ball around and move the defenders, and they will find more space.
Well, that's exactly what they're starting to do this second half. Nicely thread through. Ivy Chan helps it forwards. Scoop back in. It's a second for Tiffany Ong, who makes no mistake, but more importantly, gives Singapore a goal very early at the start of this second half.
Yes, hopefully they can get more goals. Sometimes when we talk about the, getting goals, sometimes they focus too much on getting goals. I think sometimes they need to focus on to play well first. Then the goals will come in.
Well, when we mentioned the men's Pool A game a little earlier, it was Hong Kong leading by 3-2 against Thailand. That was with about 25 minutes to go. It's now the Thais that have taken the lead by 4-3 with just under 10 minutes to go. So what an encounter that one's turning out to be as well. Singapore still hungry, still in search of more goals. A reverse shot, and it's not bad at all. It was just inside the D from Eunice Teng. That bus eulogy comes along again, 2 in the space of a minute.
Yes. Keep that momentum and keep the ball moving. Speed of the ball.
Dream start for Singapore then, right at the start of this second half. 2 goals in the space of a minute means that they're well and truly back on top, but they are doing what you said and suggested, and that's moving the ball a lot quicker from side to side, causing issues and problems. They are stretching that Cambodian defence as well. It's all that Cambodia can do is just to launch it down the other end and get themselves back into shape and regroup. Nice ball played forwards. Cambodia defence has gone to sleep. Eunice Teng helps it on. A real chance. Ivy Chan booted away again from Srechut Kiao. 16-year-old has pulled off save after save after save, it has to be said. Toli Min tees it up nicely.
That was a very good ball from Toli Min.
But it's just the pace and the movement of the ball that's catching everybody out now. And that's why Singapore look so much better at the start of this second half. Can they keep that going? Easily picked up. Tiffany Ong, though, unfortunate on that occasion. Given away again. Toli Min helps it on. Eunice Teng went round one, just couldn't get round two. Li Heng trying to play away out of trouble. That's well picked up. And Singapore now with Ivy Chan have a chance. She dives into the D, gets to the byline. Can she pull it back? No, long corner. Another hit for Singapore.
Now, if you realize that Singapore is switching the ball a bit more.
They are looking good for it as well. Nice play again. Toli Min tried to just change the angle again. Well, as you said, it's the right thing to do, is to move that ball from side to side to drag that defence all over the place. It's worked in the opening few minutes. They now need to keep this pressure on. Jo Leong. Good play from Tiffany Ong. Nice little pullback as well. All the sticks flying together. Means it'll be a hit in favour of Cambodia. Nice play as Singapore look to come forwards. However, a poor little pass there means that it's easy for Tiong.
Good quick restart.
Toli Min helps it on. Nicole Quack gets herself into the danger zone. Does well. Just couldn't keep it in play though. Again, it's something that we didn't see in yesterday's game, isn't it? The quick restarts from Singapore. They took their time. They took their foot off the pedal. Never really advanced and progressed as we thought that they would. Yet it's been a different ethos and a different mentality tonight.
Yeah, exactly. Today, I think they probably maybe they have discussed it yesterday, but today they are moving the ball and they are playing slightly better.
Ball played forwards, looking for the run there of Malfan. However, not enough yellow shirts getting forwards for Cambodia to apply too much pressure. So Singapore just picked them off. A little bit of a mix-up there between Nurasikin and Tiffany Ong about who should go for the ball. South just fires that one right out of touch. Jo Leong back inside. Nice little ball as well. It's just helped on into Sophia. Sophia drives it into the D. Laura Tan with the reverse strike as well, and it wasn't bad. And it's another goal in open play. Singapore can feel very, very happy about that.
Yes, it was a very good move by Lee Min and Laura. Nice backhand.
I think we did the maths, didn't we, a little bit earlier on, where we looked at the goal difference in this women's pool. And way out in front is Thailand on plus 32. Kazakhstan have plus 24. Now don't forget, they will pick up 1 point for that. It's called the overtime win, but of course it was a penalty shootout because they did draw their game with Hong Kong. Hong Kong will pick up an extra point for winning that. That's why this is such a crucial game. Hong Kong are currently on plus 5, Singapore plus 4, Kazakhstan plus 24. So this really is going to help the goal difference for the Singaporean ladies. That's why they are aiming for double digits. Got another game against Brunei tomorrow. They'll be expecting a big scoreline there as well. And then, of course, they do have a big game against Kazakhstan that could decide their fate as they go into the final game. It's been great to see the Singapore ladies perform and play. The fans have come out to support them. There's a few less today, but the girls all come over and have their photographs taken with all the fans and sign autographs after each game, which is always good to see. Nice ball driven in. So it's only the second short corner of this half for Singapore.
I hope they can do better than first half.
3 from 17 isn't a great return, is it? Not when you've only got 4 defenders and a goalkeeper to beat, and Singapore had pushed 7 players in and around the D. Opting now to go for 6, and it is going to be Ivy Chan that will deliver. Better, Sasha with the strike. The loose one picked up, To Lee Min, another good save. Well, it could really have been a cricket score had it not been for Srey touching goal, because she has come to the rescue time and time and time again for this Cambodian side.
Yes, I agree with you. I think she is playing very well. She has saved at least clear 10 goals.
Well, some may say that's her job, and that's what she's in there for. You still have to keep them out, though. To Lee Min back inside. Laura Tan scoop down the line to Chua Shin Ni. Pulls it back, well picked off by Font. Taken quickly. Laura Tan fires it in, goal bound as well from a real acute angle, as it is long corner awarded. So again, Singapore look to push forwards. Lovely play from Sasha. Helps it in, another long corner. So pressure mounting for the Cambodian ladies. Eliza fires it down the line. It's a lovely little touch from Chwani Sinni. Play continues. Laura Tan helps it on. Scoop forwards from Sasha and another good save. Sasha with a return. The reverse shot, scoop forwards, was adjudged to have been dangerous. But again, straight touching goal, pulling off another good save.
Yes, and better play from Singapore, better positioning in the second half.
Ivy Chan trying to drive into the box. Penalty corner awarded. Number 3 of this half. No goals from either of the 2 before, so they'll be looking to try and capitalise on this one as well. big question is, can they? 20 minutes left then. Singapore would love to get themselves into double digits. That was the target at the start of the day. It's not like they haven't had enough opportunities or chances. There's the stop. Tan scoops it forwards, deflected in as well.
That was nice. Well worked. Penalty corner.
It's looked good for Singapore. It's been poked home from Tam Wan Ting, who was in the right place at the right time, just to guide it past a straight touching goal.
Yes, I mentioned again, yeah, the positioning is slightly better this second half. Credit to the Cambodian players. They are not afraid, even though they are down by 9. They are brave to attack and give Singapore defense trouble.
Big learning curve for them. They're yet to score a goal, the same as Brunei. So really is, as mentioned, a very new outlook for Cambodian hockey. Out of the 18-player squad, 16 players are teenagers. They've got one 22-year-old and one 35-year-old. As that's really cool. Surely she's got to score. Eventually and finally, the double digits come up. It was a cool, calm finish in the end. It looked as though the opportunity had gone. However, it hadn't. And another goal, again, within the space of a minute. 2 in a minute, then, for Tam Wan Ting.
Good for them. I think they are now a bit more calm and settled. So hopefully they can get a few more.
Can they push on? As we mentioned, Cambodia lost by 14 to Thailand and to Kazakhstan. Shielding there and not moving the ball means the hit goes in favour of Singapore. Bit of time and space now for Aliza. That's much better again. Can tell you that the men's Pool A game has just finished, and it's finished 4-3 in favour of the Thais. That sees Thailand go through with China, who have already qualified. What an enthralling game that had transpired to be. That's unfortunate for Hong Kong, who gave a real good account of themselves. They rested 4 players yesterday in their group game. However, they just couldn't pull it off today against the Thais. Sasha, a little bit of time and space for her. Delivered into the box again, and a big mistake from the keeper. The hat-trick in the space of 2.5 minutes then for Tam Wan Ting, and you don't see that very often.
No, but Singapore is slowly, they are playing well, and that's why I think the mood is there and the goals are coming in.
It does beg the question, doesn't it? Why wasn't it like this in the first half? But again, you do have to say that the Cambodians will be tiring this very young, inexperienced squad. Very big ask for them to come here in these conditions as well, with the heat and the humidity. Nice ball pushed forwards. Are we going to get another one straight away? It's another good save. However, another chance for another goal, and that's unselfish. That's really unselfish from Tam Wan Ting. She teed it up on a plate for Nadia, who makes it 12. And it's raining goals now in Singapore.
Yeah, you are right. That was a very good teamwork.
Five goals in 10 minutes then. 7 goals already in this second half. And there has been, in the last 4.5 minutes, 4 goals. So that just tells you the dominance that's there critics answered for you after yesterday's tactics, Nordin? We do have to relate back to that because it was a much tougher affair for Singapore, but they knew that they had to come out today and get goals, and that's exactly what they have done.
Yes, I agree with you. If you talk, you speak about this game. Yeah, they're supposed to play well. But what I'm saying is that yesterday it seems like they are not doing anything to improve the score or to improve the game. So more to like a waiting game all the time. So
Shot from range, batted down. Tan Wan Ting pulls it back. Nice little turn right on the edge. That's good stick work. Tan Wan Ting again was looking to drag it across the face of goal. There's still time as well. The biggest score we've had in both the men's and the women's competition is 16. That was China defeating Hong Kong. The women's level, it's 14. So Singapore's still a little way away from that. However, with them scoring 4 goals in 4.5 minutes, it is a possibility that they could rack up a very, very big score here.
yes, I think they can because I think Cambodian are practically walking now, and they are just staying inside their quarter, and I think Singapore can score a few more, maybe another 5, 6 more, maybe go to 20.
You're not asking for too much, are you, Nordin? Of course, they're wearing his heart on his sleeve. Well, they've done exactly tactically what you said they would do this second half, and that's to move the ball quicker, move this Cambodian defence, and they have looked a much better side for it as well. They've looked a different side, full of confidence. Sasha drives it goal bound. Unfortunately, no one could get the touch, and again, you can see the concentration levels in the Cambodian defence just lapsing slightly.
Yes, I think they are really tired and they are just waiting for the time to be over.
Does happen as a player sometimes, doesn't it? You've played in any sports that when you're up against it, and you have been like these young players are, you just sometimes can't wait for that final whistle to go.
Yes, especially when we play the top teams like Australia, European teams, we are just waiting for the time to finish.
You know what's coming. That's the difference. That's why they do have those ranks in the top 5, the top 10 of the world. But it's always a great experience and a learning experience to play against better players. Cambodians will learn so much from this. Sasha plays it forwards. Tan Wan Ting, again unselfish. Tees it up on a plate. Goal number 13. Unlucky for some. It's not unlucky for Singapore. So it's Nadia's turn to score 2 on the bounce. Well finished off, and again, fantastic work from Tan Wan Ting, and really unselfish as well, just putting it on a plate for her teammates. Here they come again, Singapore. They win a long corner.
You're totally right, Paul. I think second half this is a different Singapore team. They are passing the ball, they're moving the ball around, and they are playing so much better.
Again, it begs the question, why didn't they play like this yesterday against Thailand? Yes, they couldn't deal with the press that Thailand employed, but there is a way around it, because they've shown here that if teams set up to defend, there's a way around that as well. And that one goes in favour of Cambodia.
Especially when you play in the international game and play against a stronger team, the pressure is always there. Sometimes we can cope, sometimes we can't. That's how important every game.
Every game has its own set of challenges, doesn't it?
Yes,
Different types of pressure as well.
exactly.
The pressure for Singapore was scoring and maintaining goals going in frequently, and that's exactly what's happened this second half. And they're coming a lot more frequently than Cambodia would have liked. Another penalty corner. It's only the fourth one of the half, because this time Singapore have taken their chances when they're playing forwards and in open play.
Yes, I believe it's mental. I think it's confident level. Probably just now they are not playing very well, and now they are playing well. The confidence level have gone up.
I'm sure it'd be nice for them to score from a set play. They've only managed to do it once this second half in just 3 attempts. This the fourth. Again, a lot of white shirts in and around the D. It's pulled back and smashed forwards. That's gonna hurt. Ouch. Soth just jumps up and about. She's not happy at all with that. A nice bruise on her leg tomorrow. It's good to see, though, that the Hockey Federation of Singapore has made sure that there are ice baths, that there is ice available, that all the facilities here, it is a wonderful setting here. One of the best in Southeast Asia, there's no question about that. And it really does cater for international tournaments.
Yes, I agree with you, especially these two pitches side by side is a wonderful thing to have.
I've got one criticism, we just can't see the other game. There's a big grandstand in the way there that hosts both pitches, which is obviously fantastic. But
probably we should have sat there and watch.
I think it's us just being a little bit selfish, isn't it? Wanting to watch all the action that's going on. But if that happened, we may take our eye off the ball here. Singapore haven't taken their eye off the ball. 13 goals that will send a message to Kazakhstan and to Brunei that they are serious about progressing through this tournament. Kazakhstan game comes on Sunday for the ladies. Brunei will be up tomorrow. Men's semi-final day on Saturday. China and Thailand already qualified, as have Sri Lanka and Singapore, all bar an absolute disaster tonight, which would mean about a 15-0 defeat. So it does look as though the semi-finals are set in stone. We don't think that that's going to happen anyway, as they take on Myanmar, the Singapore men in Pool B. That's a great, brave challenge coming in on that occasion from Sam.
I think it's not going to be a walkover later. I think Myanmar will be a tough team, a physical team.
It's okay as long as they don't lose by 15 goals. Can't see that happening. They put in a couple of solid performances. It was a real solid first half performance against Sri Lanka. However, the second half they let themselves down a little bit. The Sri Lankans came back at them. That game's a little bit later on. We'll be streaming that game for you, so make sure you tune back in. Here, it's a stroll in the park for the Singapore ladies. 13-0 the scoreline. Can they make it 14 and do what Kazakhstan and Thailand did to Cambodia? Well, they're just passing it around at will at the moment. And I don't think it's an exaggeration to say that the scoreline should really be 20 or 25. That's how well Singapore have played and the amount of chances they have created.
Yes, they have created more chances, and probably they have supposed to score like maybe 20, yeah.
I think we've mentioned how critical the 16-year-old in goal, Say Touch, has been at least on 10 occasions, pulling off real good saves. And that's not all the saves that she's made. Those were just the good ones. Yeah. So it really could have been...
Really need to give her credit.
Yeah, it really could have been a much higher score. However, the manner and the fashion that Singapore played will please the coach, David Veneer. He'll be happy with that, particularly the second half performance. We have to say that, the way that they've moved the ball.
And they have kept the structure, so the passing is much easier.
Easily picked off again. A little bit of time and space now for Jerry Leong. It seems like ages ago since she scored the first goal. That's a great stop. Really good play there from Noor Seekin. Tiffany Ong. Jerry Leong. Well switched from Cheryl Chia. Swiped away defensively from Tiab. Singapore will want to get the 14th. Make no mistakes about that. Inside the D, another good save as well. Ivy Chan picks up the loose ball. Good stick work from her, just waiting for the support. Noor Seekin helps it on. Scoop back into the far post area. Another opportunity gone, but again, straight touch down to her right-hand side, kicking it away to safety. Good save.
She changed her mind and giving it to the Cambodian 16.
I used to be uncertain, but I'm not sure now.
Me too.
Not the best clearance. An awful, awful mistake there from Run. 22-year-old who has 19 caps. They are giving these youngsters the opportunity to play Cambodia. However, the development is taking its time, and there's another penalty corner, and straight away the veteran Tiong Nu. So 5 come up for Singapore in this second half. Can they capitalise and see this game off and post a scoreline that is exactly the same as Kazakhstan and Thailand?
Probably they had same problem with Singapore in the first half.
Yeah, you would think so. It's a nice stop. It's a variation. Tolly Min back inside. Laura Tan deflected forwards, and Ivy Chan finally gets her name on the score sheet as well. She's worked incredibly hard throughout the whole of this tournament and has impressed for the Singapore team. She finally gets her just rewards and manages to poke that home to get her third of the event.
Yeah, she deserved it, and because she was very fast on the reaction after the deflection.
Well, that's the first goal in about 8.5 minutes. Feel like we've missed something somewhere. After that little glut we had, 4 goals in 4.5 minutes where Singapore really did impose themselves. But this, as you mentioned, the game of hockey is psychological as well. And Singapore having posted the same as Kazakhstan and Thailand, that will give them a mental boost going into their final remaining games. It's not over yet. They could surpass them. Nicely played into the box and into the D. And yet again, it's another penalty corner. So still time as we enter 80 seconds left for Singapore to get one more.
I thought the Singapore player just now wasted a chance because the umpire gave her advantage play so that she can score. She wanted a short corner, which is surprising.
The umpires have noticed do bring it back as well if nothing happens or transpires. So there is that option there as well. Laura Tan fires it in. It's a good save. It's stuck. It's going to be another short corner. Number 7 of this half. Got stuck right in her pads there as she came out to close the ball down. Laura Tan teed up nicely. Fired goal bound, but just wide.
That rule also has changed because a few years ago, when the ball is stuck in the pads, would be a bully off on top of the circle. Now they have changed it. If there's any ball stuck in the on the pads, it will be a penalty corner.
It just helps and makes sure that the goalkeepers do clear the ball properly, as that will just about do. 3-2-1. There goes the horn. And a big, comfortable, comprehensive victory for Singapore. They've managed to do what Kazakhstan and Thailand did, and that's defeat Cambodia 14-0. But it's the second half performance that this game will be remembered for. 9 goals, and impressive from the Singapore ladies.
Yes, especially the second half. I think they played very well. They played very well. They I think move the ball and they find more space. I think that's the space they get to score the goal.
Thoroughly deserved then for Singapore. It's made a massive dent in the Kazakhstan and Thailand goal difference. 14 goals now puts them on plus 18, which means that 6 goals against Brunei would put them level with Kazakhstan, as they will go head-to-head on the final day on Sunday. That's the big one. But here from the Sengkang, Myanmar having to win. very warm welcome to the Sengkang Hockey Complex. We're finishing off the men's action in the World League. This will be Pool B action, and after the disappointment that the host nation had, Singapore losing 2-1 against Sri Lanka, they know that they must try and get a result against Myanmar. It is quite a simple equation though, because it is goal difference. Singapore already sit in second place. They can afford to lose this game, but the qualification to go through is simple. It's points, goal difference, goals scored and head-to-head. With Singapore on +5, Kazakhstan, who have finished all three of their games, on -8, and Myanmar on -12. My maths isn't great, but there needs to be a 14-goal shift here, so that is the scoreline that Myanmar have to beat Singapore for Kazakhstan to go through. They have to beat them 18-0 if Myanmar want to progress through themselves. And the way that Singapore have played, you have to say, it doesn't look likely. However, you never know what you're going to get with Myanmar. When these two sides met in the SEA Games, they drew 1-1. Norsalas it was that managed to get the goal for Singapore, but Singapore did go on to win the silver medal, losing in the final in a penalty shootout dramatically to Malaysia, but that will count for absolutely nothing today. So, can they get the job done? It was a fantastic first half performance from Singapore against Sri Lanka. They looked lively, they looked good, they created opportunities. However, Sri Lanka really upped their game in the second half. And joining me to talk about this one and look back and reflect on that last game is Nordin, the former head coach, a former player, and of course now the FIH instructor. It is going to be a tight, cagey affair, isn't it? But we can't really realistically see Myanmar scoring that many goals against Singapore.
Yes, I don't think they will win this game, but I think on Singapore part, I think they need to show a better performance than yesterday or day before, especially in the consistency. That means, they played well in the first half, and second half they slow down. Yeah, so hopefully they can maintain the pace.
Should be interesting to see. Group, or Pool A, I should say, is coming to a close. China beating Brunei by 4-0, playing all the reserve players that they have at their disposal in that one. They will top Pool A. So if Singapore can hang on and not lose by the aforementioned number of goals, they will be taking on China, who have absolutely steamrolled everything in their way so far. It's a good start here from Singapore. Marakan helps it forwards. Good solid defending though. Nini Zortun clears his lines. Nice little check there. Tetui just flicks that one forward. It's not a bad ball either, but well closed down and well defended from Singapore. Just asking the question there was Sabri. You're allowed to do that and turn around and ask for that?
Yes, especially if you have lost the ball. That's the only thing you can ask for from the referee.
Well, Singapore looking to switch play on that occasion. Just didn't work out for them. Solomon Kazuji on the bench will be hoping for a much better all-round performance of 70 minutes from this Singapore side. That's a lovely touch and very well played straight off the bat though from Lee Chi-yong. Hafiz got injured in the warm-up, which is why he has the bandage on his head. Not this game, but the one before, when they lost 2-1 to Sri Lanka. This, the final game then in the men's pool action. That was just unfortunate there from Timothy Goh, trying to flick it back inside. Not even going to bother chasing that one. Tetui. 6 players from the SEA Games bronze medal winning squad in this Myanmar team. It's good to see as well that Cambodia, Brunei participating in this tournament, and hopefully that will bolster the numbers for the SEA Games, which will be held in Kuala Lumpur next year. Nice ball inside for Hafiz. Hafiz helps it on. Lovely little turn right on the edge of the box from Kendi Lee. Does well to retrieve the situation as well. Marakan. Kendi Lee. Scoops it in. It's not a bad ball. Kicked away in the end. And it needed to be. Mo Tuang in goal. Wanting to make no mistakes there.
Singapore playing well. They are moving the ball around and a lot of movement from the forwards. Yeah. However, I think they need a lot of patience.
Marakan trying to force his way in the box. Nini Zotun in the way. A little bit of a battle ensues, and it is Myanmar that win the hit. Taken quickly, it's a lovely ball and a lovely touch as well from Turaso. Lets that go all the way across there. Jaspal Singh just pulled his stick out of the way, but just clipped the ball. Oh, the tactic evident there, but there was no green shirts bearing down inside the D. Bit of time and space for Hanif. Hafiz helps it on. Marakan trying to pull the strings. That's well read. Very, very well read there from Hanif. Just lose out again, but Myanmar can't capitalise. Sabri.
Well, Singapore need to be careful because it seems that this Myanmar has shown no fear at all.
Hanif back inside. Marakan weighs up the options. Near enough the right ball there. Lee Chi-yong didn't make the move though. The space presented itself for Enrico Marakan. Scored in the final of the SEA Games as well against Malaysia. That was slightly dangerous, shall we say, from Kendi Lee. Singapore looking comfortable though. Happy to just stroke it around. However, conceding possession. Wai Kwang helps it on. Easily picked off from Jaspal, one of the standout players in the last game against Sri Lanka. Nice little touch as well from Adamanik. Hafiz.
Not much tactically from Myanmar team, but they are playing well. They are composed and good in defense.
Very stout and solid. That's what you would expect. Again, it's another one of these countries that has not long taken up the game. Myanmar, yet to have a world ranking. You feel that will change after their performance here, though. Nice little ball back inside. Nyang Win Looks to drive into the D. The reverse pass goes, well, almost out of the stadium. He got that one all wrong. Harmlessly behind. However, the judge to have just taken a little touch on the way. So Myanmar get on with things quickly. That's a nice little turn as well. Tet Tui drives into the D. That's a good turn there from Norman Teo. Marakan helps it forwards. Norman Teo again. Good stick work from him. A quick touch and pass, but unfortunately not good enough on that occasion. Jaspal Singh plays it forwards. A little bit of time and space now for Tanyiru. Flick back inside, and again Singapore not as expansive as you may have expected. Almost 10 minutes gone. It is Singapore that have had the upper hand in the opening 10 minutes. Myanmar being asked the questions to defend. Faris jinks in, drives into the D, gets to the byline, looks to pull it back. In the end, Myanmar clear it, not far enough. Drilled in, and a real opportunity for goal number one, and it's come after a really, really good pass played forwards. The vision there of Tanyiru was absolutely spot on, and the finish was sublime as well. Singapore take a 1-0 lead.
That was a good goal. And the marking from Myanmar was very poor. Adam was really open.
A good flowing move there then from Singapore, and great vision shown from Tanyiru to pick out Adam Manik, who made absolutely no mistake. Singapore looking to come again. Just been told to calm down a little bit. Was a bit of a check into the face there. Abdul Hanif created the opportunity, and if you conjure up that opportunity for yourself in the D, you're more than entitled to take it on.
Yeah, it was a very good, quick backhand from Hanif. Caught the keeper by surprise.
Just a little bit too high for Nhan Nguyen to deal with. Risky, but just got away with it. Big, sharp intake of breath as well from Nordin sitting next to me. Knew how close that was.
Yeah, Singapore cannot take this game for granted. They will punish us if we give them opportunity.
Drilled wide from Silas. Nice flick down the line. Norman Teo just couldn't keep that one in play though. Important touch there. Nhan Nguyen, who's switched sides to go on that left-hand side. Just loses out. So Singapore look to go forwards again. Norman Teo in the deep, wins the hits, helps it on. Played into the middle, good stick work and good defending there. Zinu Mio had to get that one right.
Looks like Singapore playing 4 up front, a very attacking game today.
They are looking to press and apply that pressure, which is important. They're leaving them all the way up front as well. That's the big thing. Means the midfield will have to work a little bit harder. It's Myanmar that overturned that one though. Shanei wins the hit. 25-year-old doing well there, looking to try and take on the 3 defenders.
Five meters. He need to run with the ball 5 meters before passing the ball into the circle.
Nice bit of improvisation from Silas there. Not very often that you'd sit down with the ball and the stick between your legs and still manage to retain possession. Good play there from Kendi Lee. It was a little bit loose. Well rescued from Silas again. Good solid defending. Nikar putting the challenge in, trying to drill it forwards, but losing out. Another good ball down the line. The little touch there from Timothy Goh means that it will be a Singapore ball. It's half-time in the final game in Pool A as well. China leading by 7-0 at half-time. Quite clearly, the official just indicating with the hand up the 5 meters. The big scoop forwards into Tu Hian Yang. Just out of play, Hasif almost managing to keep that one in. A little bit of footwork there from Adamanik, and as it's gone out, they'll still retain possession, Myanmar.
Yes. Myanmar is trying to use the hit-through kind of technique. Every time they get the ball, they will try to hit hard into the circle.
They do have a couple of options in there. There's one at the far post. And that's exactly what you're talking about. Driving and drilling it forwards and looking to try and get something on it. And it wasn't too far away from Turaso. Long corner. That's a lovely little touch again from Adamanik. He really has impressed with his tenacious work rate. Advantage played. Hafiz. Silas. Kendi Lee. Kendi Lee trying to drive into that D. And the first penalty corner goes the way of Singapore.
Smart play from Silas because he knew the defender wasn't 5 meters. He take a quick free hit towards him so that he attempt to tackle. So it's short corner.
It's intelligent play as well to take it quickly, drive yourself in there. Will we see them conjure something up here. So 6 players in and around the D. See the pace that this is fired out at. There are options there for Singapore as well. It's a good stop. It's a good effort as well from Hasif. Was looking for that top corner and wasn't a million miles away.
Usually in this kind of situation, he will smash the nets.
Just went for a little bit more guile there. Tried to pick his spot. That's a nice ball drilled forwards. Well defended though from Tanyiru. Nicely played forwards. Singapore look now to hit Tanyiru, who was defending just moments ago. One of the furthest players pushed forward, so the attacking intent is being shown from Singapore. Zinumyo just getting a little ticking off. Here's Marakan. Helped into the middle. Sliding lunge coming in from Waiko. Well, a bit of disbelief there from the Singapore players, and you have to say they have a little bit of cause there because
Yes,
Waiko definitely touched that ball.
definitely.
We can see that from our vantage point, but we're very lucky in the position we're in. Who'd be an official? Kendi Lee. Enrico Maracan. Time and space. Good work from him. Lovely work, in fact. A little slip at the optimum moment there from Timothy Goh. Didn't help the situation. However, Silas picks it up. Silas drives into the D. Goes for goal. Good save in the end. Penalty corner number 2. Waiko going just to have a couple of words and see why it was given. No real leg to stand on there.
Yeah, probably his shot is going towards Singapore players, and it caused danger.
Can they make this one count? All the big guns there again. Hasif this time does exactly what you said. You got it spot on with the ladies team, and you're starting to get it spot on here as well, Nordin, because Hasif did not hold back there, and it's Singapore that take a 2-goal lead.
Yes, that's all you need. If you have that power, don't change.
Good little touch there in the middle from Sabri, just stopping and quelling the threat going forwards. Taken quickly from Kendi Lee. Just played it a fraction behind Timothy Goh. Sabri just getting his stick in the way. Kwang Tet Sa does well to skip past the challenge. Looked to fire it in, that was a little bit dangerous, and just been told not to do that again. That's lovely stick work. Very, very good skill. Kendi Lee just couldn't control it though. However, should have done better there. The way that they broke out from the back, it was Tanyiru that skipped past the challenge like it wasn't there. Now Singapore have to defend though. Torresio. Pulls it back. Yang Win has nowhere to go, but does ever so well to beat his man. Well,
Shoe came off.
Yeah, sticks, shoes, balls, everywhere. That's the first time we've seen that in this competition. Chance now, though, for Myanmar to do something here. Ball just catching the foot. Well, you can see Singapore looking to squeeze and press here. That's a mistake as well from the skipper, Nika. That's gifted Singapore possession. Faris. Poor ball play forwards from him. Shane Nay. Well, you could see exactly what Tetui was trying to do there. Well read from Sabri. Norman Teo tried to play it down the line. Will he keep it in? Just couldn't hook around the ball enough. Sabri. Hasif tried to drill it in, well read from Nika. Possession kept. Hafiz. Nice movement from Singapore. Moving the ball and using it well. Keeping possession as well. Faris. Back to Hafiz. Kendi. Kendi Lee does well. And does very, very well. Wins another penalty corner.
Singapore playing very slow start, but with patience, waiting for opportunity to go in. That's why they get this opportunity.
It was a patient build-up. Possession being kept. The movement was good, though.
Yes, very good.
Just under 10 minutes to go then. In fact, just under 9 minutes to go now. It was
No, I think they will try for a low penalty corner.
Slight change up, but it's into the top corner from Sabri Johari. Stunning strike from him. Didn't use the power, used the guile and the technique. Thoroughly deserved.
He got something to prove. I think yesterday he wasn't playing his best game. Today I think he's on fire.
And that ball drilled forward straight into the path of Faris. Smashed away from Nika. He just looks like a no-nonsense defender, doesn't he?
No, of course. Sometimes they do that to threaten the opponent so that they will be afraid to come in.
Yep, trying to intimidate. He has that air about him.
They might be lacking in skills and tactic, but they really fight and do not give up.
The work rate is there. The skills will come the more the country develops the game. You do have to say, though, the one thing that players can always give is effort, but to do it consistently like Myanmar are, Just shows you the fight, the passion and the desire that they have.
Yes, I think the only way to is going only up and improve, because they got nothing to lose, and they have improved since the SEA Games.
You can see that already. Here's Marakan again. Well defended and well stopped from Wei Kwang. It's a little bit loose from Wei Kiang. Lovely ball into the run of Kendi Lee. He again working hard, and Nika close in attendance.
Good play from Singapore team. They're switching from short ball to long ball, short ball, long ball, and it's very effective for this game.
Lee Chi Yong back there having to mop things up. Marakan. Well intercepted by Shane Nay, just couldn't get the second touch though. That was a little trip and no card, just a little warning.
Accidental.
Norman Teo cuts inside, tries to drill that one goal bounce and into the D. Gets the deflection, long corner Singapore. Good passing and movement again. Hanif works the channel, as does Silas. He does well to retain possession in such a tight enclosed space. And it goes against him and taken quickly by Nika. That's a lovely little touch back inside from Faris. Just under 4 minutes to go. In the Pool A game, China have hit double digits, 10-0 against Brunei. Here it's Singapore that lead by 3-0. Lovely play as well, and a real chance. That was a last-ditch challenge that was important. And scoot forwards and into the back of the net from Abdul Hanif. He makes it 4, but more importantly for Singapore, that's 3 goals in open play, and that really was well worked again. The movement, the passing, all completely spot on, and the finish was as well.
Yes, I think he deserved it because he has worked very hard from just now.
Good challenge there from Jaspal Singh. Ball just deflected away to Anik. Adam Anik tries to help it down, and straight away Faris knew that it had hit his leg. Nice ball played down the line, a little bit of time and space, drilled into the middle, booted away from Mo Chuan Ang. Well, that either hit the stick or Marakan is made of a rock. Is it Marakan? No, it's not Marakan. Who's?
Timothy.
Yeah, he must be made of rock because he didn't flinch at all there.
Sorry, I thought it was Adam who got the hit.
Yeah, it was, yeah. Here's Jaspal. Just looked for that angle. Just got it slightly wrong. Ball smashed forwards again. This time it's Timothy Go that takes one for the team. There is absolutely no mercy, isn't there?
No mercy.
This Myanmar side smashing the ball around. That's really well defended from Jaspal Singh. A little bit fortuitous, went a little bit too far, managed to rectify the situation though. Hafiz back on. The time and space for Hong Jun Hong. Good stick work from Faris. Tried the little pullback to no avail. 30 seconds remain. Can Singapore force either an error or a goal right at the end here? Judging from Tanyiru, happy to retain possession. Given away though by Jaspal Singh. That's hit the foot, but will Myanmar have the opportunity right at the end here? Well, you could see Turasol looking for that little flick. That's going to bring up the half-time horn. There it goes. It's been a pretty solid performance from Singapore. This could have been a banana skin for them. Yes. However, they have coped really well.
Yeah, they played very well. A lot of movement, a lot of ball movement, occupying the full pitch, which is good for them.
Plenty to do in the second half to see this one through, but the way it stands at the moment, Singapore will progress through to the semi-finals and they will take on China, who are demolishing Brunei as we speak. There's 20 minutes left in that game. It's half-time in our game. Second half coming up in a few minutes' time. It's Singapore 4, Myanmar 0. Very warm welcome back to the Sengkang Hockey Complex, where it is Pool B action that is seeing Myanmar trailing by 4-0 to Singapore. A good solid performance from Singapore in the first half. In fact, probably the best they've played throughout this competition. Looking to build for what will be the semi-finals, and they will come along on Saturday, where they will take on the mighty China. And we say the mighty China purely and simply because they are scoring goals for fun. So far, going into today's game, they've scored 38. They're 11-0 up against Brunei. So they'll have played 4 games with 49 goals. It's not a bad return, is it, Nordin? And they do look a very, very strong outfit, don't they? It'll be interesting to see how this competition then transpires, because it is Thailand that look as though they have progressed as well. They beat Hong Kong a little bit earlier, so they finished second in the group. They'll take on Sri Lanka in semi-final number 2. All to play for then when it comes down to qualifying for round 2 of the World League of Hockey. So Singapore on the attack again. And again, confident with the passing and the movement. It did just skip up, though, and just caught the foot there of Timothy Goh. A little bit of a chop there on that occasion from Wang Wang Mo. Drilled forwards, a lovely touch from Timothy Goh. Does well to wriggle past 2 challenges, skips past the keeper, tees it up nicely. Can they get the shot away? Timothy Goh it is that gets the final touch. He deserved that after the way that he conjured the opportunity for his teammates who couldn't take advantage. Singapore take a 5-0 lead.
Was a very good goal from Timothy, and good skill at the end of corner down there.
So Singapore starting off where they left off from the first half, with the intensity, with the commitment, and with goals. So 5-0 the scoreline. Slammed forwards, well controlled though from Sabri, who comes away with the ball. Marakan just couldn't control it within his area. Just pushed away to safety. Slight deflection means it'll be a Singapore hit. Given away cheaply. Well read though. Very good play from Tanyiru.
Moving well, the Singapore players. They're really leading to the space and receiving the ball. Probably the second half, I would like to see some more short corner created, and maybe they can practice their penalty corner today.
Possession kept. Tetui helps it down the line to the soul. Keeps it simple. Marakan judged there to have been a little bit over physical in the challenge. It is Marakan He helps it forwards into the channel. Adamanik just not going to get there. Sabri just getting away with that one. A little reverse pass was looking for Lee Chi-yong. It's a nice ball played forwards though. Adam with the layoff. Foot used. Nini Zortun just catching it with his foot. Hafiz. Better movement from Singapore. Faris driving into the D. Gets it back and hits the post. It goes just wide. Another chance for Singapore.
That was a very good player along the line.
Nice little layoff from Hafiz. More danger coming Myanmar's way. Jaspal Singh. Hafiz just dispossessed. I thought about it, Zinumyo. In the end, it does get fired forwards. Not even Turiso has that sort of pace to keep that one in play.
Yes, but there was I think it was a good ball to the space.
Jaspal Singh fires it out to Lee Chi-yong. Works the line as well and works it very well. It's a lovely touch as well, and you can see the barge and the nudge there straight away. No questions asked. That is a penalty corner. Far too physical, Nini Zortun. And the first one of the second half goes in favour of Singapore. So let's see. They seem to have heeded your advice all night so far, Nordin, about trying some different things. Let's see if they can practice and try something here.
Yes, they should if they want to do well with China. I think one of the possibility is getting the goals is from the short corner.
That game just concluded. It finished 11-0. As it is, Myanmar now have to defend to keep the scoreline down. That's a mistake there from Hafiz. Danger not cleared yet, though. It's put into the middle, and somehow Ashraf just couldn't get his stick to it. What a chance. Jaspal happy to play out from the back. Nice touch from Marakan. Skips away from the challenge. Good stick work to bring it back inside. Flicks it forwards. It's a lovely ball as well to Silas. Good save in the end from Mo Tuang. As the clearance came in, it hit a Myanmar leg. Another short corner.
There was a good pressure on the rebounds too.
So 25 minutes to go. Singapore leading by 5-0. There's the stop. That's a good save. Pushed away from Mo Tuang. In fact, it's Ling Ko Ko that's gone back in goal for this second half. So Myanmar changing the keeper at half-time. Very difficult to tell with the amount of padding that they wear. Some of the numbers are very small. Good ball from Jaspal. Nice little touch from Faris to slip, but however, he still manages to keep possession. Lee Chi-yong. Hafiz gets away with it. Marakan making the run to the corner. Does well to keep it. Norman Teo gives it back. Marakan along the baseline. And a diving challenge means it's going to be a long corner.
Wow, that was a very good play. About 10 touches from Singapore players.
They have shown then at the start of this second half that they can play consistently. Easily picked up by Lee Chi-yong. Little nudge on that occasion from Abdul Hanif. Now Singapore have to defend because there's a chance here. And bearing down on goal. Was there a trip? Yes, there was. That's going to be a penalty from the spot. To the So did ever so well. And a yellow card as well for Jaspal to boot.
Definitely a penalty stroke.
Good, quick counter attacking there from Myanmar. Well, this is the first penalty stroke that I've seen throughout this tournament on the pitch. Nikar steps up. Nikar scores, sends the keeper the wrong way, and that's a blot on the textbook for Singapore. They'll have wanted to keep a clean sheet here. However, the penalty stroke easily dispatched by the 24-year-old skipper. So concentration levels must be kept. Nice play. Hanif inside. Faris just loses out. To Yenang. Dispossessed. Well, the communication is there. Sabri just ordering his players where he wants them at the back, marshalling that defence. Well, there's a little extra bounce in the Myanmar step at the moment, having got that goal. Well, that was fired across the face of goal from Waiko. No one on the end of it, though. Tanyiru just starting things off again. Nice ball played forwards. Ashraf on the turn. as well to skip past the challenge. Got caught as well. Play continued though. It's a yellow card being shown.
Yeah, but I don't understand if he gave him a yellow card, why didn't give him the free hit to Singapore just now, if it's an infringement.
Might have been something that was said a little earlier and the referee wanted to, the officials wanted to play on until the ball went dead. Or something happened and it stopped. So both
I
sides.
thought it was a pull against Singapore player just now when one of them fell.
That's an awful ball back there from Hafiz. Well, just the last 5 minutes, they've let themselves slip a little bit here. You've talked about the consistency levels. They need to get back to that level they were at. Shane Nay. Waiko drills it in. Good defending, though, from Hafiz. Now Singapore can look to break. That's a big switch, but again, it's just behind Lee Chi-yong. Tanyuri just trying to change defense into attack very quickly. Tanyuru. Nicely helped down the line. Little touch from Silas. Good stick work from him, however, just overrunning it. The game slightly stagnated at the moment.
Yes, that's why sometimes at this stage of the tournament, mental is very important, and probably our Singapore players are still pondering what happened to the goal.
Well, the way they played for 50 minutes showed that the consistency can be there. Hanif driving in, goes behind. They might be thinking and looking ahead as well to what is going to be a real tough ask for them. Take on a China side that has absolutely obliterated everything that's come in front of them. That is going to need a lot of technical analysis and a lot of videos watched to see how you can break them down and how you can stop them as well.
Yes, I agree with you, but I think it's going to be a totally different game from today.
Jaspal helps it forwards. Did just catch the foot there of Silas. So just over halfway through this second half, Singapore comfortably leading by 5-1. Surely they must be ruining that missed opportunity as well against Sri Lanka. Had they won that one, it would have been an easier semi-final berth for them. Not only that, an opportunity to get through. That's a lovely touch and a lovely cool, calm finish. Well, it's been a little while coming, but absolutely no mistake made there. And a fine piece of individual skill A wonderful, wonderful strike from Singapore. Norman Teo, I think it was, that managed to put it in the back of the net.
Yeah, it was. It was Norman. Was very good backhand from him.
It's always nice to see those backhand shots when they come in, because they can be spectacular, particularly when their players are running away from goal. Really is an art to it. I challenge anybody out there who thinks that this is a simple game to try and pick up a hockey stick. I've had a go, and I can tell you it's not easy at all. Manakan flicks it forwards. Hanif just couldn't help it on how he wanted to. Jaspal Singh. Good switch from him. Again, we've seen that on a couple of occasions. The passes going just behind the players, and very difficult when the players are moving forward to try and move with the ball, to have to check, stop, and that's why we've seen the easier turnovers of possession.
Yes, probably there was a misunderstanding. Probably some of them just going all running forward. Sometimes they need to dodge back or fall back.
Good play there from Silas. He keeps the ball on the move. Maracan, no, just caught the leg. Groans from the crowd as Adamanik just couldn't take it in his stride. Jaspal doing well to dribble out from the back.
Talking about consistency, I think Myanmar is more consistent playing from the start just now. Not much change.
Nice ball into the middle, and almost getting on the end of it was Silas. So is that the problem with the Singapore team? They managed to push it beyond half-time this time. They've got to about 50 minutes, and now all of a sudden it's gone slightly sloppy. However, that's a brilliant run straight into the box. The ball shot wide with a golden opportunity. The goal was there to be aimed for. Timothy Goh pushes it wide. He's had a couple of chances tonight.
Yes, but I think it was Silas pushes the ball out just now.
Well, no prisoners on that occasion from Waiko, who just tried to smash it down the field of play. Jaspal gets on with things. Manakan, nice piece of skill, but that's actually really, really well read. Shane didn't need to put that pace on it. And again, these are the inconsistencies that newcomers to this wonderful game of hockey do face. There is a feel, and it just comes with time, doesn't it? Here's Maracan. Nicely set up. Tanyiru helps it on. Silas gets it down, fires it across. And again, Timothy Goh with the initial shot. Adamani just couldn't get on it either. However, long corner once more. Just slapped away from Nini Zotun.
Singapore putting a lot of pressure on Myanmar.
It's getting better. They just had a 10-minute spell where they seemed to lose their way. However, they're back on track now. That's lovely stick work from Nika. Can't quite believe that that's been given against him. There's a lot of people standing around though. Sabri fires it wide. It's a lovely ball played forwards. Really good work again from Adamanik. He really can cause problems, Adamanik. One of the most skillful players that Singapore has on show.
Yes, he's very nippy, and his movement with the ball is very good.
Jaspal doing well to win that one back. Plays it forwards. The little touch from Timothy Go. The whistle went though. Silas. Again, just slightly overplayed. Adamanik, no chance of getting there. Nice little touch from to the soul. Hang Tetsa. On the game flowing and moving quite openly. Here comes Manakan again. Well defended from Waiko. Well picked off by Hafiz. Ichiyong. Faris knew exactly what he was doing there, wins the hits. Wins the penalty corner as well after jinking between the two defenders. Good play from him.
Yeah, but I thought it was not really 5 meters before he came into the D. That's what the Myanmar is arguing.
Well, they can argue all they want. The decision has been made and been given in favour of Singapore. The big question is now, can they capitalise? This their 6th penalty corner of the game. They've only managed to score 1 from this position. It's a good stop. That's good play as well. And another good save as well. Lin Koko just making sure that a big frame was in the way. But now the counter-attack's on. That's a poor ball play behind. Well read from Lee Chi-yong. However, well worked from Zin Umyo. Todoso. It is again just a miscontrol from him. It's Hafiz. It's a lovely little layoff inside for Tanyiru. Good work again from Adamanik. However, everybody coming short, nobody going long. No real options there. Jaspal just losing out, just acknowledges the mistake there with that challenge. Tu Hienang tried to get on with it quickly but concedes possession, much to the frustration of his teammates. Dear oh dear, another one from Waiko. Both him and Nika aren't afraid to put their stick through the ball, are they?
Yeah, almost hit his own player.
And that would have been a little bit of irony, wouldn't it? So we're entering the final 5 minutes of the match. Singapore have been firmly in control of this. A little 10-minute blip where they conceded the goal is what's been the little disappointing thing if Singaporean fans are concerned. As for Myanmar, it's been a gutsy and gritty performance from them. However, their time will come. If they carry on developing at the rate that they are, then
Yes.
they are going to pose questions in this region in the future.
Yes, I totally agree with you. I think they just lack exposure. And the more they play, I think they will get better.
As you mentioned, they've already got better from the SEA Games. That, of course, was last year held here as well. Jaspal are judged to have been a little bit too overzealous to win that one. Drilled across towards the D. However, Singapore comfortable bringing it down and looking to play out. Will there be time for one more? Not with passes like that. Shane Nate. Good work there from Wai Kwang. So Shane Nate will look to get on with this. Driven in. Tetui forced wide. Well defended from Norman Teo. Lovely ball played forwards into Faris. Couldn't maximise the space. Well picked off from Tu Hen Yang. Zinumyo. Judged to have used the foot. Lee Chi-yong tries to work the channel. Adamanik just couldn't get round quickly enough. Good play from Adamanik. Well, this one jumping well out of the way of that. You have to say that the keepers for Singapore have had very little to do today, if we're being honest.
Yes, nothing to do actually, but I don't think it's good for the team because I think he need the practice to prepare for the next what is coming.
Yes, you can be sure that there will be lots of opportunity for the keeper to be involved in the next game. So into the final minutes we shall go. Singapore comfortably finishing in second place in the group, just the solitary loss to Sri Lanka. Myanmar, classification time for them. They will finish bottom of the group with no wins. Surprisingly, so far as well. It was their first goal of the tournament, the penalty stroke. Singapore more than happy to see out the remaining 15 or so seconds. So a solid performance on the whole, Nordin. Just that real 10-minute blip that they had that cost them dear with that penalty stroke. But a better game than the one against Sri Lanka.
Yes, definitely a better game, the game from Sri Lanka. And I think they played very well today. Just that the mental, I think, will play a big role, especially the next game. Because don't say 10 minutes. I think China can score in 1 minute. They can score a goal.
Well, you know as well, it only takes a second to score a goal in this game, and they can come pretty quickly. We saw that with the Singapore ladies a little bit earlier on, getting 4 goals in 4.5 minutes. They did well as well. They're looking to progress through to round 2 of the World League. Your synopsis so far, how's the tournament been?
I think this tournament has shown a lot of things. Some underdogs are playing very well, and they showed some surprise result. You know, like today Myanmar looks like nothing, but they have really matured throughout the years since SEA Games.
As always, it's been a pleasure having you here with us, Nordin. Thank you for joining us as well. Singapore take the spoils in this one, 6-1, to finish second in Pool B. They will take on China in the first semi-final on Saturday. Pool A was completed as well. China defeating Brunei by 11-0. But the game that mattered was Thailand against Hong Kong. That finished 4-3 in favour of the Thais after Hong Kong had led 2-0 and 3-2 throughout that match. So Thailand will take on Sri Lanka in semi-final number 2. That all coming Saturday. But tomorrow, a full round of the women's programme and a full round of the pool as well. Hong Kong will take on Cambodia. That game at 5 o'clock. Then Kazakhstan will take on Thailand at 5:30. And the big game tomorrow, Singapore against Brunei. They've managed to make a dent in the goals. They got themselves the 14 goals that they required, the same as Kazakhstan and Thailand. It needs another big performance from the Singapore ladies tomorrow to ensure goal difference is not a factor in progressing through to round 2. From everybody here, thank you for joining us. It's finished. Singapore 6, Myanmar 1. We'll catch you tomorrow.